And we are back with more of the Butler Grizzlies pregame show. And as usual, we are joined by the head coach, Brice Vignery. And Coach, first thing I want to talk to you about is just the fact that your team has outscored the opposition 107-6 over the last 2 weeks. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, and we always talk is however the work we put in throughout the week, it should reflect on Saturday. And in both those games, we kind of had slow starts, and then we needed that one play to spark us. At Ellsworth, we had the big punt return to start the second quarter, and then last week with Seven blocking the kick and Zarek running it in, kind of sparked us to go. So again, we're playing at a high level right now. We're playing with a lot of belief, but with belief, you got to make sure we don't go the other way and get complacent with it. We got to still stack days and put in the work, and I think we've done that this week.
You talk about special teams plays being the spark for your team each of the past 2 weeks. Your special teams really have indeed been special this year. I know you put a lot of emphasis on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a third of the game that can impact the game, I think the biggest, because like our special teams coordinator, Coach May, says, we get to take the best players off offense and defense and put them on one team. And so we put a huge emphasis from day one of training camp till, yesterday at practice. It's about how are we going to change the game? What are we doing in that third of the game with field position, creating turnovers, putting pressure on them to do certain things. Then on the other side, us receiving the ball, getting good field position, not turning the ball over. So there's a lot of things in there that I'm really pleased with what we're doing, and our kids are playing at a high level because our kids believe in the message that they're getting from their coaches and the message of special teams can change the game.
So for you and I and the fans, other people who've been around the program a long time, this week really gets you going. It's Coffeyville week. How much of that translates to the current players who maybe don't have that background?
I think with myself and Coach Woodall and Coach Mo, who have been here, played here, understand it. We did a really good job early in the week in our team meetings of explaining this. I had a slide of on our PowerPoint of us versus Coffeyville, Chiefs versus Raiders, USC versus Notre Dame, Texas OU, some of the greatest rivalries in football, and that's how I equate this game. Our kids really took it to heart. We had a couple guys standing out our team meeting, almost like bouncers at the club, making sure there was no red coming into our meeting room, and they've really embraced that. And I think as you watch them throughout the week, they've really started to see really just how much this game means to a lot of people, not just our kids, but this community, these two towns coming together. Because like we talked earlier in the week, doesn't matter what the records are, doesn't matter what we're ranked, doesn't matter any of that stuff. We've got to be able to go out there and play because you're going to see each other's best in this game. Whether one team's up or the other one's down or vice versa, there's going to be plays made on Saturday night that are going to make people go, wow. And I'm just hoping a lot of those are on our side.
Talking to Coach Dobler from Coffeyville, he said this is going to be a very traditional type of Coffeyville team. They really want to run the ball and play strong defense. What are you going to have to do to be successful against their defense?
Just like in previous weeks, we've got to win the line of scrimmage. I think, with our defensive line, they've got a three-headed monster at tailback. They do a really good job. They run extremely hard between the tackles. They're big, they're athletic, they're physical up front. So we've got to play. We got to have really good gap integrity. We can't let them crease us there, and then be ready for the deep shot. And then on offense, just again, him being the defensive coordinator, he's always coached a very, very good defense. They're very sound. They understand what they're doing. They know the limitations of their defense, and they bend and they don't break. And so our ability to have a lot of success on the line of scrimmage, to run the ball, take short passes, take what they're giving us, and then just stay on the field. And like I told them earlier, we need to major in first downs. Just keep getting first downs. Stay on the field because, again, they're averaging 50 rushes per game. And that's a lot of time of possession that we need to keep in our favor. And so possessing the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage, as I see it, that's the keys to us coming away with the victory.
Obviously, you've got a strong run game, but you continue to have success with both quarterbacks. They've each thrown touchdowns, multiple touchdowns over the past 2 weeks. So do you continue foreseeing using both at the same time?
I think so. They both bring a little bit of different look to our offense at times. You see Mac do good things, you see Mason do good things, and so we're still building that continuity within the offense. But again, as they keep building this thing, it makes it hard. You got to prepare for two people. Usually going into a game, you're like, okay, this is their guy, this is what he does. Now we got two guys that, in my opinion, are athletically different. They do different things. They have different abilities, and so now a team has to prepare for two. But in the scheme of our offense, we've just got one, and so they're doing a great job of handling that. And as we move forward with this, obviously it's probably going to separate as we get to the meat of our schedule, but for the foreseeable future will continue.
All right, 2 long weeks on the road. Finally get to come back to the friendly confines. Had a great crowd for the home opener against NEO, the season opener. Just talk about what it's like to play at night here in this stadium.
There's nothing like it. You hear coaches across our league or teams that play here, they don't like coming here at night. It's like a different environment, a different vibe. And so, our last home game at night wasn't the way we wanted it. And I think our kids feel that, and I think our kids understand that. So it's been a big emphasis of ours of getting back at our place, the nicest stadium in junior college football, and coming out of here with the win and getting the support from the community, our fans, is great, especially in this game.
All right, there you have it. The words from head coach Brice Vignery. Grizzlies getting ready to take on the Coffeyville Red Ravens.